bass, the red sea urchin.
Well, we're really excited about where we've come from in the last 5 years. We've seen 20 to 30% growth in the Asian markets that we've been focusing on. Focus has been in the Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Chinese markets, and that's where we're seeing the growth in our industry right now. We just came back from the China show, and we've seen a growing interest in the sea urchins, both in the reds and the greens. Also in the live market, which is something we've been focusing on, and we've got some new orders. You know, we've used new technology and developed special handling techniques on the boats and in the transportation to get the quality and the freshness that we need for this new market. So we're really excited about it. The Fresh on Friday program has really been successful. That's been going on now for over 5 years. We've got a special fishing area designated so that we try and keep a steady supply that's close to the market.
We go out and we collect sea urchins for the live market here in Steeston. We found with this live market, we started using live tanks. We're the first ones to try it, where we chill the water. We get it from down deep before we leave the grounds, so we get the coldest water, 30 feet down. And then we oxygenate it. Now we have air pumps going in it, and it keeps them like 3 days later. They look like they just came right out of the water. We're starting to master that, and I mean soon we'll be able to fly them right to China.
These are the two urchins we have on the Pacific coast. This is a green one and a red one, and this is the difference of the uni in them. The red ones will grow quite a bit bigger than the green ones. These are both lovely, and part of our job is to find the quality, and we try and do a lot of surveying to find the good quality.
And the crews have taken well to the program too. They've jumped on board with handling the product better.
Here we have a fresh BC red sea urchin, biggest sea urchin in the world. Just came out of the water. Color's looking quite nice. The roe's very firm. Our buyers, our chefs, they all want quality. We're in Port McNeill, British Columbia. It's early in January. The air's cold, the water's fresh, and the urchin quality is spectacular. The vessel is called the Kuroshio. It's 10.5 meters long, harness and surface drive. 9.2 liter Volvo diesel engine, very fuel efficient. These are very small carbon footprint.
Oh, it's amazing. It's made for divers. It's made to bring up bags full of awesome product and make sure it's all handled properly and sustained.
Very sustainable fishery. Sea urchins are all over the whole entire BC coast. They most like the areas with lots of food, mostly being kelp. That's what they eat, kelp, seaweed. But most of the diving is between 20 and 30 feet. Now the frozen stuff that Grand Hale does comes out and tastes just like that. It's amazing.
This is some of the frozen products that we do with the sea urchin. And most of this we freeze in a special way, so by the time it thaw out properly, it will look pretty much like fresh. It doesn't have a puddle of water, it's not going to melt. And we developed this technique for a few years before we actually get it into production. Japan welcomes it, they accept it, Europe really wants it. We are getting into China, Taiwan, Hong Kong. So we are happy after working a few years to develop this program.
And we see these going forward as high value markets. When we first went to the shows, people weren't even sure what we had. They were even reluctant to try it. Now everybody seems to know sea urchin is really gaining popularity in these new Asian markets. Each year we've been going to the Hong Kong show and then the China Seafood Show, which this year was in Qingdao. It's the ideal way to meet our customers. They're learning more about the product and they're placing orders. And this is on top of the existing customers that we have. So we see it as a real positive way to meet the new customers and service these new markets and get our story out for everybody there. There's really good uptake so far. And we collect a database for all the customers and all the contacts we have. It's not just meeting them at the show and getting the interest in the products, it's also the follow through all the way from the inquiry to the final sale and then the shipping into the country. And there's all these different stages, health certificates, registered plants that are allowed to ship into China, putting all the pieces together and making sure the customer's satisfied in the end. Another advantage of going to the shows is you see what other people in other countries and other jurisdictions are doing. You know, we're trying to be innovative and work with people that are being innovative to try and get this best, freshest product to the market.
All right, well this is the Stack Pack 2011 bin. It's been on the market now for 2 years. It's designed initially for live finfish like coral trout and grouper, but now we've adapted it in such a way that we can handle lobster. We do a lot of abalone, particularly out of Australia to Japan and China. Hopefully we can do urchin out of Vancouver.
We've developed some of the logistics for getting it out of the water onto the boat and then into the plants for loading and processing. And we've also worked on validation and weighing for the sustainable fisheries management.
Monitoring is important when it comes to management to make sure we don't overfish. We want to keep it sustainable, so we manage the areas, and there's only so much quota that comes out of each area. We weigh them in the bags, and then they're put into totes, labeled, put on a truck, and sent to processing.
Every day counts with a live product. We want to make sure that we maintain our reputation as being number one for that. The BC sea urchin's always had a good reputation for quality, and we just want to take it one step further. We want to keep ahead of it. All these things combined, it maintains Canada's reputation as a supplier of good, safe, high-quality natural seafood. We're ocean-wise, and that's becoming more important as well as we go forward. At the shows, we provide samples over the course of the day, and Nathan Fong was the executive chef there, and he did some wonderful things with the sea urchin as well as all the other products, and the people just loved it, doing it in a chowder. We did it on some brochettes, in traditional style. Nathan did an amazing job. Being a small industry, the sea urchins and sea cucumbers combining together our efforts and our funding, both from industry and from government. And I must say that the government funding is really important and crucial to our program. We're really efficient with what we do, especially by combining the associations together. We use one consultant that does all the report writing and puts everything together. And then we have the industry reps who also contribute some of their own time and effort and funding to get there. It really works well, and I think it's a really good use of the funds.
Each year we've had the Pacific sea urchin harvesters and the Pacific sea cucumber harvesters working together to put together this joint booth. A lot of support from Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada through the agri-marketing program. We first got involved with them in 2003. Each association gets about 50% of their travel costs and exhibition costs covered by the program. It's been key to our exhibiting over here. Without that support, there's no way we would have been able to attend year after year.
Oh, we have a big booth from Argentina. We have 18 companies selling shrimp and squid, basically. We tried the sea urchin. It's our first time. We liked it a lot as well, so great. And we have great friends in Canada.
BC's seafood industry relies on marketing. We rely on marketing to build, maintain, and expand its customer base. That brings me to today's announcements. A combined federal investment of over $164,000 to help these two highly valued seafood industries expand in global markets. These industries are generating much needed economic activity in our rural and coastal communities. And these projects will ensure that our harvesters continue to deliver exceptional products to international buyers.
And we'd like to thank the Agri-Food Canada for their support. It has been key to our efforts, and we look forward to continuing with them. And with the Canadian Trade Commissioner Service, they are also key to extending our efforts.